Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So we have our second guest.
There we go. Hi.
So we have Shawn. Shawn's going to hang out today, and I'll let Shawn in a minute tell you what she's going to work on. She's going to work on something pretty cool. So I got to see some of her work at the retreat. It's pretty, it's pretty amazing. I'll tell you.
Thanks.
It is pretty amazing.
I appreciate it.
So who's here? Dawn's here, and Jennifer, and Brenda, and Lynn are here right now.
Hi, ladies. How do I get the chat?
Okay. You're on your phone, right?
Yeah. Oh, I hit chat and then it doesn't let me see us. Okay. Nothing's there.
I was going to say,
it's
kind of weird on a phone, I think.
Yeah, I found it. Yay.
Oh, you got it. Good.
Yes. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Awesome.
Hi, Brenda. Hope I do as good as you did. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Emma. Who did I miss? Hi, everybody.
Hey, Emma's here this week. Emma, I had to give Emma some crap because I was like, Emma, you weren't here last Friday to talk to us about the new release diamond paintings and this and that. Where were you, Emma? Sherry's here. Hi, Sherry. Oh, Lynn got a cold. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Lynn.
Sue's here. Hi, Sue. So go ahead. Before I start with this thing, because we know what we're doing here, you tell them what you're working on, because what you do is pretty cool.
Well, thanks. All right, so I'm doing some junk journaling stuff, and there I had a challenge to do something with tea. So I made a teapot. I don't know if anybody can see. And then you flip it open, and there's the scenes. And then the back is what I'm working on now. Oh, my goodness, I cannot do this. And I'm making tags and things for it. So right now I'm working.
Don't feel bad about not getting the camera. It is always weird. It is like backwards, and I'm always going the wrong way. Don't even worry about that. Just play with it.
Okay. So that's what I'm working on. And then later I'm thinking I'll do some hidden paper clips. What the heck? See what's going on with them.
Yeah, so she's going to have to show us what that's about, hidden paper clips.
As soon as I figure it out.
As soon as you figure it out. There you go. All right. Well, sounds good to me.
I'm still learning.
She did a junk journal that she brought to the retreat. That was your winter one? There it is. Oh, my God.
Yeah, this.
It is so pretty. Every page in that is just, like, gorgeous.
Aw, thanks. Yep, she's packed full.
It is. It's a big, thick one.
I made some hats recently.
Oh, look at those. Oh, my gosh. That is so fun.
And then the back is journaling cards. Look. So you can make your messages or your notes to yourself or whatever it is. Yay. For those that like to write in them. Did I lose you?
No, I'm just I'm just deep in thought here.
Okay, you can't have quiets like that because I won't.
I'm sorry. I'm just deep in thought. Deep in thought. This still doesn't look right to me. Why is this not looking right? Sorry. It's got to be right. It can't be wrong. It can't be wrong, can it? It cannot be wrong. Maybe it's
Thank you, everybody. I have to flip back and forth. It's the angle. Is that what you're thinking?
My angle. I have my stuff. Yes. Because I'm like, it's got to be right. Right? Doesn't it? It is right. It is right.
I so wish I could help you.
It's right. And so it looks really weird for you guys. So the 13 squares, this is where we're at. The 13 squares, okay? So, of course, silly me. Let me see. I'm going to turn it this way for a second. Okay, so watch. I started putting my squares together like this, of course. I'm looking at the diagram. If you have the pattern, you can see the diagram. I'm like, okay, we have to have two here. We have to have these two. Then we have to have this one in the middle, and then two come off that one, but they still look like they're not coming off the right way. Anyhow, I did it like that, up the top. And then I looked at it again. I started pinning them together so I could sew them together. And then when I looked at the diagram again, I realized it's much more simple than that. Like if you turn it like this way, it's a row of 2, a row of 3, a row of 4, a row of 3, and then 1. Oh, and then it just disappeared, of course.
Basically a disconstructed bag, right? You're just laying it out flat.
Yeah.
You're
So
taking a globe and turning it into the atlas.
all we're doing right now is sewing these together in these strips and hooking it together in this interesting configuration. And then you fold it. And then you fold it up like this.
Put it closer. There you
Fold
go.
it like this.
Oh.
And that's how we're going to turn it into a bag.
It looks like shorts from where I'm looking at it.
Well, yeah. Well, it's upside down in the picture too, I'm sure this is the bottom. I don't know. Anyhow, so main thing is, it is, if you look at it from this way, it's a row of 2, a row of 3, a row of 4, a row of 3, and then 1. So that's how I got it laid out now. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 3, 1. Okay.
So it looks like it matches.
I know, right? Yeah. So now we're going to start seaming them together. Hi, Tammy. The way that we seam these together is using a stitch called the flat slip stitch seam. Now, a lot of these bags were done in one color, so everything blended. I've seen squares joined together with like a completely contrasting color. Like if you joined all these with white, that would give it a whole different effect. But I don't have any white cotton that's the same weight, so I don't think that'll work. So I'm just going to use the same yarn I've been using and just let it flow.
Yeah, I would just pick your favorite color and go for it.
I mean, it's just going to flow from color to color is what it's going to do. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. Lynn, that pair of shorts that Angie made, I'll just say no. I mean, that pair of shorts, first of all, was short. They were short. And I don't show that much leg. And what she made them out of was quite a heavy yarn. And so they were really thick.
Yeah.
Thick and heavy. And I was like, no.
I think she was making sure your underwear would never show.
I guess. I don't know what the deal was, but I was just like, no.
They were adorable, but yeah, that's not your norm.
They were short and they were heavy, and I'm like, okay.
Well, you have nice gams, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, jeez.
You were showing them off that day.
Now, if she would have made them into Bermuda shorts or capris or something, maybe. There are lots of patterns out there for things like crocheted shorts and crocheted pants.
Yes.
I'm like, it's crazy.
I can't believe how much shows up on my different feeds. I don't even really crochet. I just look at stuff sometimes.
I know. It's stuff all the time. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this back around. I'm going to pick up one of my rows here. See, I'm going to pick up a row. And what am I sewing together here? I want to sew together a whole strip is what I want to do. So what am I sewing together? I'm going to start simple. I'm going to sew these two together first. I haven't woven in any of my ends. I'll do all that later, but I'm just going to start real simple with these two right here. And we're going to sew those two together because I can't mess that up. Right? I cannot mess that up.
It's one edge, one spot.
Exactly. Just one join. That's all I'm going to work on at first.
You got this.
One join. Oh my goodness. All right.
Is anybody else making this?
I know that. Let me think. Who do I think is doing it? I had a feeling that
because I'm sorry, I can't see what we're doing and look at the chat at the same time. Plus, it keeps cutting out on me for some reason.
Geez. I don't know if Jennifer's working on it. Deborah usually works on her projects, but I don't see Deborah here today, so I don't know. Anyhow, so to do this flat slip stitch join, you pick up your one square and you find your center. Okay, so my squares have 3 single crochets in the center. So I'm going to find that center one, and I'm only going to put my yarn through the outside loop. So I'm putting in the outside loop of that center stitch. All right. So then I need to go to this square over here. It's going to be a lot of sewing together for sure. I'm going to go to this square, which I want to join to. I have to find that same center stitch, and I'm going to put my hook in. You're going from the top down, and the weird thing is you have to make sure your yarn is over this way on this side and kind of underneath, and then you loop your yarn through and you come through that stitch. I know it's really hard to show you guys on camera. And you come through that stitch. All right. So let me show you, see if I can show you again. Hang on. I know what I can do. I'll make me bigger for a minute. Let's see.
There you go.
So we're going through the outer loop, just the outer loop of the next stitch, and the outer loop of the next stitch on the other side. Yarn over, and you got, like, you can see you got 3 loops on your hook there, and you just come through all 3 of them, and it just makes a little stitch on top. So the outer loop of that one, and you always come through the top, which is interesting. You think you'd go through the top of one and the bottom of the other, but you don't. And then you just go along, matching stitch for stitch, loop for loop on each side. And you'll always have 3 on your hook like that. And you go through all 3 of them to make your slip stitch. So I'm going to work on this one anyhow, and then we'll go from there. Then we'll go from there.
One stitch at a time. You'll get there.
That's right. That is right. Now, when I'm done with this one, I can show you what it kind of looks like, how it lays. It lays on top of your seam, but it doesn't stand up a lot. That's why it's called a flat slip stitch join.
Flat stitch join.
Yeah. Trying to make sure I don't miss any of them either. So then look, this is what it looks like when you've joined them together. You just get this kind of cool little effect.
Oh, that's pretty.
And I'll see, since I'm using the same yarn, which changes colors, my seam on top is just going to continue to change colors as it goes, and it's going to be whatever color it is.
Nice. I like that.
It might be green, it might be purple, it might be white, it might be the blue, whatever it is what it's going to be. So, is that clear as mud to everybody?
You lost me at stitch.
Clear as mud, right?
Oh, funny.
It's not hard. It's just,
Exactly. It's, for me, it was getting my fingers to cooperate.
Right. I know. That was like Brenda last week. She's like, okay, I'm going to master this magic ring. And then it was like, okay, I got the magic ring. Okay, great. You got the first part. And
not as magical as they make it seem, though.
No.
You're thinking it's going to change everything, and nope, now you got to keep the ring and your fingers under control.
Yep, and you got to put 24 stitches in that ring and not let your ring come undone, which I think that happened to Brenda once. The tail came out.
Ouch.
And she lost her other end of her ring, but and After you do it, well, here we had to do it 13 times. So, I mean,
Right. Yeah.
you do it 13 times, you kind of get the hang of it after a while. It's just one of those things. Practice.
Repetition, practice. Yeah.
Practice. Yeah.
I think I have too many crafts going on right now to put that there for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody else, but
so what else do you do? What else do you do besides
diamond painting, journaling, cross stitch, puzzling?
Puzzles?
Yeah.
You're a puzzler too?
I like to pretend.
You like to pretend. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Jennifer's got the squares done.
Nice. Good job, Jen.
No, the join isn't as hard as it looked at first. It's just getting your squares in the right configuration, first of all. Because you're going to have to seam up, like you're going to have to seam up one side, and then you're going to have to seam up the other way. And so I watched I watched a tutorial on that today, and the lady said that when she's going the other way to hook the other sides together, she just does a chain one to skip over what she's already, the side she's already done. And that's not making any sense. I'm not making any sense.
You are, not to me, but you are.
Okay.
Somebody's getting you.
Somebody understands. Like when you cross over, you gotta do a little chain one. Okay, now see, I'm done with this. So now what? What do I do now? Okay, these are connected. And that was part of this. Yes, that's part of that. So I got that one connected. Look, woohoo, I got one connected. Look at that.
All right.
That one is connected to this one. So you know what I'm going to do now? Oh, yeah, I got stitch markers everywhere, Jennifer. I'm stitch markering up everything. So what I'm going to do now, well, first of all, I'm going to cut that one off. But I need scissors, which I did not grab. One moment, please.
How's everybody doing today?
You know what?
How are you doing with this heat?
I got this pair of scissors off one of like the budget-friendly sites or something. And it is the nicest pair of scissors I think I own. They are beautiful. Hi, Rhonda. They're gorgeous.
Oh, they
Not
are.
only are they gorgeous, they cut. They cut nicely. My best cutting pair of scissors that I have. It's amazing. All right, so now that I hook this one to that one, now I'm going to get some stitch markers. I'm going to hook this to this so that I know this always belongs here. You stay here. And you are going to hook here. I don't want these to get away from me, Well, you're going to hook there. Okay, so now I'm comfortable in taking this whole section away from that. Except that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. No, it's not. I want to hook these together. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to repin these the way I want them. These are going to go together. This one's going to go to this one. This one, I got too many things to pin together. Too many things to pin together, not enough stitch markers.
Oh. How do you not have hundreds?
Well, I'm sure I do somewhere.
They're on projects.
Yeah, I'm sure they're somewhere, right?
Holding something else together.
Yep, they're someplace. You got it. And you know what? Honestly, I don't have a bunch like this, these little plastic ones like this. I got a whole ton of like fancy stitch markers, which I could get those out, but Okay. So,
are they too fancy for that or for that yarn?
Yeah, they'd be too hard to take out and put. Well, once you put them in, they'd be okay. But These are just a simple little locking stitch
They
mark.
are nice. I saw them when I had Angie for my Secret Santa.
Oh yeah.
I was going to get her a bunch of those, and then when I was watching her, she had picked herself up hundreds, and I'm like, okay.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah. But I had looked at them into a ton of them, trying to see what it was that she was asking for. If you don't know the terminology,
Right.
you're
Yeah,
not sure what the different tools are. So,
exactly.
but I did see that a lot of people like those plastic ones better because they clip on, clip off quick.
Yeah, the other ones do too. The other ones, I have a lot, they have like a little alligator clip, and those would be easy to use too, but they all have like dangly stuff on them.
Yup.
So, you know,
Well, yeah, and then you're trying to sew stuff on, and the weight of all the dangles and the stuff
exactly.
actually pulls on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, no, I think I see I got this put together wrong already. See, I've already put this together wrong.
Well, shoot.
This has to attach to the bottom two, not the bottom three. It only attaches to the bottom two, Shawn.
Mindy, the bottom two,
The
please. The
bottom
bottom
two.
two.
Yeah. So this has to move down here. Oh, well, not yet. It doesn't. This has to move down here to these two like this. Ay, ay, ay. So here I'm going to end up only doing two seams together. Right? Right.
Sure.
Yep. That one and this one.
The peanut gallery says yes.
And this one, like this. Now, does that look right? Anybody in the chat looking at it? Does that look, anybody working on this? Does that look right? Yes. 1, 3. The one goes in the middle of the 3. Yes, that is correct. Okay. Worst thing I'm going to do is hook stuff together that doesn't go together.
And everything can be pulled apart.
Because then you got to take it out, right? I know.
Frogging sucks, but
I know. Okay.
I have 3 projects that I need to frog on cross stitch, and I went way further than I should have.
Before you realized you should take it out?
Yep. Yep.
Now you're like, oh, Lord. And I'm certain that taking out cross stitch is not easy.
Oh, it is a pain. You have to undo every single cross.
Yeah.
Individually, front and back, from the front and the back side of it. They don't just slide out easy.
And so I'm assuming you wreck your thread.
No.
You don't?
No, I don't.
You'd have to cut it.
No, mine comes out the piece that I started with, it comes out.
Okay.
But I've done it long enough that I know how to pull I'm not saying it works out great every time. Nobody's does. But for the most part, I can pull it out and you can just put it back. I reuse it.
Well, I have done cross stitch in the past, but I don't ever want to do it again.
Everybody has that thing.
Yeah, I don't ever want to do it again.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Like I can do it. I just don't like to do it. Exactly. I did for a while. I don't know. I never did anything really big and fancy, but it's a lot of smaller things.
Yeah. Yep. My mom has all of my big stuff that I did. She put claim on stuff before I even finished it.
Oh. Well, yeah. So
what are you going to do? You give it up?
Sure.
I have diamond paintings hanging all over my house. She can have that stuff. I'll get it back eventually. She likes to redecorate, so.
Oh, gives her new stuff, huh?
Yeah, things circle back around to the person that it came from.
Yeah.
This thing is just fighting me.
Well, I have a new project. I just need to have some time to work on it. And my thought is, what I want to do is take some of my cute, and I did a few, take some of my cute little 30 by 30 diamond paintings.
Okay.
And put them on scrapbook paper and like scrapbook them. You know what I mean? Like with stickers and, the stuff that you're playing with, all the fun
Yeah.
little things,
Yep.
and make them really cute. And then you can get some nice frames for cheap. They're 12 by 12s, and
Yeah.
they'll fit into a 12 by 12 frame, and they'd make a cute, cute little, wall hanging type thing.
Yes.
I think they'd be easy, fun,
And
inexpensive.
yeah, and if you have a bunch of similar sizes, you can flip things in and out
True.
of the frames.
True. Well, I'm looking at doing them to sell at a craft sale.
Nice.
Right?
That is good.
So I just need to have the time to sit down and get out all of my stuff, the stickers, the embellishments,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and make a mess.
Speaking of mess, well, not mess, but did you show them what you are making for Josh's
Oh no.
pet friend? Because I'm loving.
No.
That I'm in on.
All right. We'll whip that out here in a second. I'll show you.
Okay. And I meant to ask you what colors are his? What colors does his cat have? Ugh.
Oh, his cat? His cat is like what is his cat? Kind of like tabby, striped gray, a lot of white in him though still.
Oh,
But he's got a big white chest. He's cool. You have gnome stitch markers, Dawn? Oh, you would? Oh, that is so sweet. Those, I'm sure they're adorable too.
what's
Okay,
that?
here's what I'm making for Josh's cat. All right, and I might make more of these because I swear these would sell at a craft sale too, right? And they're easy. They're quick. They're easy. I mean, I just whipped this up this morning. It's not finished. Okay, it's not finished. But this is what I'm making the cat.
So cute.
It is a little tuxedo bandana, right? And it actually has like the little lapels here. These actually are not completely attached, so they're movable, right? I still need to do the red bow tie, which will go here. And then it gets a couple buttons. Now, the lady who makes these, okay, at the end of this one, we have an extra loop here, which is like a button hole, right? So that what you're able to do, because I don't have the cat with me to make measurements or anything. So this could be adjustable because you attach a button on this side over here to attach your neck thing to. And Shawn was saying, wonder if you could figure out how to attach it with Velcro. And I'm like, huh.
Or elastic.
Oh.
Do you have elastic?
You were thinking if the cat got stuck on something, the Velcro would give and it would come off, where a button, I mean, the button would probably come off too, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we come up with. It's either a button.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do the Velcro, but I could look into it. But that was something I just said. After I finished my squares this morning, I whipped it up. Just
look at my camera. All you need is this.
Okay, hang on. Let me put it back to
Where's my camera?
What are those? Just little Velcro-y dots?
Yep, they stick together. Look, they stick together. I don't want to do that.
Right? And then they're sticky. They'll stick on things, right?
Yep. I pull it off and it sticks right on. I use these for when I make envelopes and stuff.
But how well would they stick onto yarn?
You know what though? I mean, just a little stitch in the center would tack them.
So I know that there's also Velcro, like Velcro strips.
There is. Yeah.
Which would probably be easier to sew on. And it would make the neck even more adjustable if you had a longer strip of Velcro, right?
That's true.
I mean, that's not a bad thought. I gotta give that some some more
And you
thinking.
can buy it in black, white. I think it comes in different colors too. So
Oh yeah, because I would like black on the black. Yeah.
right, right. Something dark on the darker colors, light
Yeah.
on the lighter colors.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. This square is where I joined, and so I have a knot in my corner, which is not making my life easy, but hey, we're gonna roll with it. I think it's this one right here.
So
Okay.
how you been handling the heat?
Oh my God. It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, our air conditioner went out 2 days ago.
Oh no.
Yep, we got it fixed this morning. I was so happy.
Oh God.
You have
I'm
no idea how spoiled you are until it's gone.
Oh yeah. I mean, it hasn't been 90 every day here, but I think it has been maybe where you are. I keep hearing that from Sue anyhow.
Yes, yes,
You guys
yeah,
are close.
yeah, yep.
I
I'm
mean, but
outside of Chicago.
that does not mean it's not hot, because it is hot as blazing hot here. It's 88 or 89, and it's that
Yeah.
humidity too.
Oh yeah.
You
And
walk out the
we got
door and
sprinkles all day on and off yesterday. So that was fun. Let's kick it up to another level of crap.
right?
I'm sitting because there's nothing else you can do. You just sit and drip. My eyelids were dripping. It was
I'm
ridiculous.
telling you. Hi, Jody.
I took 3 showers yesterday.
Oh my God. Well, Dale
Well, it
got up.
got to 97.
Oh my gosh. Dale got up. He was fresh and clean today, and he was going to take some stuff to scrap. And he decided to go out, and for some reason decided today was the day, because it was cooler this morning, to go clean out all of the duck watering dishes and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so he's doing that, and then he's doing the next thing and the next thing. And then he looks at me, he goes, I'm going to need to go take another shower and change my clothes. I'm like, well, you're just going to scrap. And he goes, okay, so I'll just change my shirt, because this one's soaking wet.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
soaking wet.
Easy.
Yeah. So yesterday was weird.
Okay.
I was outside. We kept hearing there was a threat of thunderstorms like all day.
Yep.
So I was outside on my porch, and I looked to the north, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's some hefty black clouds. It's real dark over there. Okay, storm's coming in. Dale was at the park a couple miles away with the grandkids, and they were swimming. I did hear a siren, and I'm like, well, yep, that could be for a thunderstorm too. I don't know, whatever. Well, I stood on my porch and I watched that black cloud over there just keep going, and we got not one drop of rain.
Oh.
Not one drop of rain. Right?
Yeah.
So a little bit later, my sister calls me. Now, my sister she's about 15 minutes from me. It's not that far. It's really not that far.
Right. Yeah.
And she says, well, how do you like the weather now? And I said, what do you mean? And she goes, well, after the storm. And I'm like, we didn't get a
What?
storm. What storm are you talking about? Right? And she goes,
Oh no.
it didn't storm at your house. And I'm like, no, we didn't get a drop of rain. Nothing.
Isn't that amazing?
Right? So it was so bad at her house. Oh my gosh. She put a video on her Facebook. See, Tammy, I could never live in Arizona. I could never survive 115.
Tammy.
Never. Couldn't do it. So she had a video showing how it was hailing, small branches and leaves and everything just blowing everywhere. She's like, it was ridiculous. And then after the storm passed and she went outside, she's like, oh, well, I won't be going anywhere anytime soon. And I'm like, why? She goes, well, there's a tree down to the east of me in the road, and there's a tree down to the west of me over the road. I was like, oh.
Wow.
Yeah. So then my dad calls, and my dad lives right down the road from her. He calls.
Oh, you are all within country blocks of each other?
Well, I'm further away from them. My dad and my sister are about a mile and a half apart.
Okay.
Dad and sister are a mile and a half apart. Okay. I'm further away. But
Gotcha.
anyhow. Yeah. So my dad tells us that one of his trees out by the edge of the road has fallen down into the road and blocking his road, his end of the road. And I'm just like, wow. And we didn't get a sprinkle.
Wow.
Not a sprinkle. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, but last year, remember, you had all the trees down and all of that.
Oh,
nonsense.
yeah.
You got a lot of it last year.
Oh, yeah. We got that storm.
You got yours.
Yep, we did.
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, where am I at now? Let's see what we got. I got my group of 4 over there. Now we're going to have some work to do. You know what? I'm going to make this easier on myself because I can sew these 2 together right here because they don't have anything else to connect to over here. I can connect those 2 together. You guys are like, sure, Mindy.
Connect those granny squares. Do it.
Yeah,
Do
these
it.
2 can go together and these can go together. So I'm going to hook. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Just to make these more stable and hold together better, I'm going to hook these together. All right. You all turn this way for a minute and just, there you go. This isn't really taking as long as I thought it would.
No, it's gone quick.
I thought it would take me forever.
I think maybe in the future on the bags, you can just work on them on camera and not have any homework. That'd be nice.
Maybe.
So earlier this week, this has just been an odd week for the Armstrong household. So Monday, my husband comes back and his muffler decided to just fall off. So he had to jump off the side of the road and grab it back and, tie it up or do whatever he did. So then the next, isn't that always fun? Oh, yeah. Our vehicles are so old, though. We have a 2000 and 2006. And we're just kind of loath to have a car payment of any kind. Ugh, they're so steep anymore. And then somewhere in between all of that, my youngest cat, her name's Callie. She's the smallest and the youngest, and she decided that she was done with the luxurious life and being, waited on hand and foot. And she packed her stuff and decided to leave for 2.5 days.
What?
She got out and she just wouldn't come back.
She just left?
Yeah, she was just like, bye, see y'all.
Oh my God.
There's a whole world out there. And
I was thinking when you started saying that she packed her bags, I thought, what, she died?
No.
Like she packed her bags and no. She physically just left you.
Kind of like a toddler, or a young kid that's like, I'm done with you people. You're embarrassing and I can't stand you.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she got out. I never chase anybody that gets out because that just makes them run, and I'm not nearly as fast as a cat. And
right.
We saw her on camera 2 different times each day. Never at the same time. She would come just long enough because my house is located in between a swamp. That's kind of what I call it. It's always damp, but it has all the marsh stuff in it. And then a field, huge fields, farmer fields are surrounding us. And then there's a big old pond behind us. Where was I going with that? Completely forgot. Anyway, so we have cameras set up on the trails all around. So we catch the coyotes, the deer,
Oh, yeah.
It's so cool to see all the different stuff that comes through here. So that's what we were catching her on. She was living her best life out there until she couldn't catch anything. Me and she came home hungry.
Now she's ready to eat. Okay, I'll come home, Mom.
Yeah.
I'll take whatever you're offering. I'm good.
Right? My husband's like, leave food out for her. She's going to be so hungry. I'm like, no, I want her to come home.
Yeah.
She needs to come in and eat.
Yeah. we're not, yeah, it's like, we're not making a special meal for you.
Right? Oh, and I don't. I never did.
Well, at least she came back.
Yeah, we all of our cats have harnesses and leashes, and then we also have a little bit of a system out here of I say system. It's actually just my outdoor drying pole. It opens up basically like an umbrella, and then I can put a long rope so that it's up out of, up in the
And so
air.
you put the
And
cats on the leashes and they walk around the thing?
yeah, we can move it around so they go in the long grasses and stuff, and they've got enough rope, but it's up and out of the way for them, so they know where they live. Everybody knows what our area is. I did that because my last group of cats that I had, I didn't let them know what the outside was, and one of my little girls took off for, oh gosh, a week and a half, very beat up. So
Yeah.
I thought, I want everybody to know where we live.
Right? Oh, God.
They're
Well,
such thinkers.
at least she came back.
She sure did. When she was done having fun,
Right?
she left me a mouse, a yellow finch, and some other larger bird that I didn't see, but my husband did.
She what? She brought those?
Yeah, she left a mouse. And then there was a pretty yellow finch, which really upset me. And then I think it was one of those red-winged blackbirds.
Oh, jeez.
So she was out. I don't know why she didn't eat them.
But I was going to say she wasn't eating those.
No, because they're house cats.
Right. I don't eat birds. What are you talking about?
This was just for fun, ladies.
Right. Yeah,
There's
my dog, one of my dogs, Tifa will go out and she has brought birds up. And I'm like, she doesn't really do anything with them. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yep.
Like, what are you doing? Anyhow, they're crazy, right?
They can't help themselves.
Animals are
That's for
funny.
sure. How is everybody at your house? All the dogs and
Toffee is struggling. Toffee's feeling her age.
oh,
She, stairs are tough. So I try to put her out the front, which has only 2 stairs, and they're much wider stairs. They're like a cement wide stair
yes,
versus the back, which is a wooden deck type thing. So yeah, she's having a hard time with her stairs.
yeah.
Tifa just acts like she's a puppy still most of the time. Just, the kittens. Oh Lord, the kittens. Oh, kittens.
I know that's entertaining.
Oh yeah, there's times when I just sit and I'm just like, I watch them. Just they play with each other just nonstop.
Which is good.
They don't quit, And I just laugh because I'm like, wow, they do the weirdest things, these over exaggerated pounces and jumps, and I'm like, okay, you're having a good time. All right then.
The side winding.
Oh, they do such funny
I
things.
love that.
And then every once in a while you hear somebody's head clunk into a table or something. You're like, ow. They don't seem fine. They just get up and keep going. I'm like, okay.
It's nice that they're all together. They're socializing each other. They're letting each other know what hurts, what doesn't, what's going to be put up with. That's awesome.
I'll give you one guess who is still the least friendly, that doesn't want to be picked up, that really doesn't want to be held. Like if you try to just pick the cat up, it'll run. I'm not even saying if it's male or female, right?
Was it Smokey or Misty?
No, it is not Smokey. Smokey is going to be the lover of all lovers.
Aww.
Yep. Like yesterday, I was folding clothes. I was in the bedroom, had the clothes all over the bed. And he's right at my feet. Meow, 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 meow. I'm like, okay. I picked him up. I let him sit on the bed with me. You know what he did? He went over to one side and just laid there. Like, okay, I'm happy. They
Yeah.
just laid there and watched me fold the clothes. Yeah. Nope. The
That's
one that
nice.
doesn't want to be very friendly and doesn't want to be caught is the little girl.
Oh, she's independent, huh?
She's just kind of like, she runs from me. She'll run, like, you can't just reach down and pick her up or even pet her. Like, you just can't reach down and pet her if she's by your feet. She'll just run. The boys are like, hi, hi, you know. So Dale's been making a point every day when we get him out. He picks her up and he holds her and he's like, nope, you're going to sit with me. You're going to be calm. He said, you're not going to be a feral cat indoors. I'm like,
Right.
uh-huh.
I
So,
wonder if she's gonna be like my Joe. His personality is he's busy, he's got things going on, he doesn't want you to hold him back, hold him down. But man, when he's napping, oh, he has got the biggest purr.
she doesn't purr. I've
Oh,
only heard her purr once. Yeah,
oh.
I know. She just kind of like aloof, like, no, I don't want anything to do with you people, you know?
She been traumatized?
Well, I don't know. You never know what happened in that barn when the two kitties, disappeared that one night.
Yeah, yeah.
Of anybody that would have something, I would think it would be Smokey who got the hurt leg, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But he's just like, I love you to pieces. I just love you to pieces.
I was gonna say, but the kids aren't there, so right?
What?
It was one of the kids that grabbed him.
No,
Oh,
no.
I'm sorry.
Smokey, we think got grabbed by the rodent that night.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever got the other two
I'm
kitties
behind. I'm behind. I didn't
uh,
realize. Oh,
in that story. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So there were 5 kittens,
Aw.
and the second time we went down there were 3 kittens. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there was definitely something in the barn that was wrecking havoc, and maybe that's what scared her so much. But she's been with us now for I don't even know how many weeks now. You think she'd start to chill out a bit,
And yeah, it could just be personality.
chill out a bit, girl.
Standoffish.
Yeah,
Because
but
each one of mine, the ones that I currently have and the ones that I've had, whew, just different. Very, very different.
well, Dale's gonna
Who's your
he's gonna break her. He's gonna, you know.
Jackie. Stop it. Stop it. Sorry. He's like, I've been really good. I was just laying there under the table, but now he wants to see everybody.
I was gonna say, when you first got on camera here, one of the cats was right there, like,
It's
here
the
I
same
am.
one. Jack is my boy. He is always with me. If I'm folding laundry, he's in the dryer.
Oh, geez.
If I'm doing dishes, he's laying on the counter next to me.
Funny.
He's my boy. He said yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes to the lady.
Well,
I even made them all a bed. Now, Jack, excuse me. A bed. It's just a cardboard box, but I put music all over it and then a little teddy bear on the front. Trying to give him a spot to lay that's not in the, middle of my stuff.
right. Yeah, so they're fun. We have another member of the bird family. We have another baby duck.
Wow.
Right?
How'd that happen? I thought everybody had hatched.
Nope. The chicken was laying on 4 duck eggs still. And we keep checking them because I'm like, Dale, they're still viable. They're still There's stuff in them. You can see the veins and you can see that the eggs are full. Deborah got
Wow,
her
that's
squares
fabulous.
done. Yay, Deborah. See, Deborah always does our projects with us.
Nice.
Deborah's a good crocheter too. Um, so yeah, we go out and check on them, and one day I picked up this egg, looked at it with the flashlight because that's how you see what's inside.
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, it's moving, Dale. Look, it's moving." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess they're still alive." And I'm like, "At least this one is." So we left them. A couple days later, went out there and checked on him again. And I was like, this one had a little peck hole in it. And I'm like, "Oh, it's hatching, Dale. It's hatching." So
Aw.
we took it because, one got squished out there underneath
Right.
the chicken. I'm like, well, we don't want it to get squished again. So we took it, we brought it in. It's in a box in the garage. And we're being really smart with lighting, with temperatures. We got a thermometer. We're making sure it doesn't get too hot. Like right now, we don't even have a heat light on it because, it's so hot outside. It's
Right.
still a
Yeah.
good 88 degrees out there.
You don't need to be pre-cooking your duck.
Nope. Nope. Did that once.
Ooh.
Did that once. Don't need to
It
do
is
it.
amazing to me that something that can be born outside and just, runs around and does it has to jump off of things and into things and all around.
Yeah,
And you bring it in the house and it's if you don't have the exact humidity, the exact temperature,
exactly.
oh my goodness, what a mess.
Like, what happened, right? What happened? Okay. I gotta look at my diagram again to make sure I'm joining these correctly. So let's see. We got our 1 square. We got our 3 squares.
One square, so two.
I know, right?
2 square.
And then the 4, the row of 4 joins here. Okay, we're good there. Now I got a row of 3, and my row of 3 joins. My row of 3 joins here. Am I right? It joins here.
It's looking good.
Yeah, it joins to the next to the bottom of the row of 4. So it joins here. Okay, so I'm going to hook those together. Woo, right? Are you Biker Chick on Instagram, Sherry? Biker Chick? If she is, she's pretty saucy. All right. Stitch markers to hold this together. I got a deep, dark secret here, you guys. Deep, dark secret.
Share.
One of my squares here,
Mm-hmm.
one side was missing its last round.
Ruh-roh.
You see what I did, though, right?
Did you start the crap
I put
out
it
of it?
together anyhow. I put it together
You
and
improvise? That's called improvising.
I'm like, nah, you can just go together like that because I am not going to take you apart and add that one round right now.
Every project has to have at least one.
Something, a mistake.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Well, this one does. Surely does. Yep. Oh, well. In the whole scheme of things, I don't think anyone is gonna notice.
Nope.
No one will notice. Okay. So, what are you doing over there? What you got going on?
Working on a flappy tag here.
One
last pocket to
flappy
fill.
tag.
That's what I'm going to call it.
Okay.
It says flappy with a pocket. Yeah, just a piece of paper.
All right. So how do you even decide what you're gonna do?
I grab a piece of paper, I start folding it or looking at it or trying to figure out where the piece is supposed to go. And then I just kind of start folding and hoping it works out. And if it doesn't, it goes into this box to be used later.
So you must have, like, where do you get ideas for what you're going to do? Like, you're going to make an envelope, or you're going to make a this, or you're going to make a that, or the next.
TikTok, just other people in general, YouTube, just whatever happens. Sometimes you just start doing stuff and you hope it works. Like these these pockets that are on here. That's not a real shape, but I liked it. So I just made that a pocket.
So I'm assuming there's certain things that,
like, I've not seen this. This is a stained glass effect. I mean, this is paper in between other paper. Yeah.
So I'm assuming that there's certain things that are like not standard, but are used a lot or made a lot. Say pockets, or like the pull-out tab things, or.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yes. I mean, it's, you looked at my book and it's all about like.
So you always start with a theme.
You can't, yeah. Or just a piece of paper that you looked at and you're like, oh my gosh, that is a really cool piece of paper. What can I do with it? I mean, so you just have your regular pockets, and this one's just a piece of paper that I just cut most of the thing out and said, that'll make a pocket. I'm going for it. This one's a frame. I made that into a pocket. I mean, yeah, lots of pockets. You're going to see lots of butterflies, lots of flowers. Those are used everywhere. Birds, flowers, mushrooms seem to be always popular. So I don't know. I just kind of start throwing things together and seeing what'll happen. Like this piece, I absolutely adore. This piece of paper, it looks like a dresser top. If I can get it in there. And I just cut away the rest of the paper. And I thought it has to be an envelope. I don't want it just stuck there.
So are all of your pages like also lined with like ribbons and stuff on the outside, the edges? And
not all the pages,
but a bunch of them are.
Yeah, just enough of them to make it. A lot of ladies like to use the really, really fancy, like this is a burlap ribbon. I enjoy that. I like more the neutral colors, the vintage look. And then you have some people will take really big ribbon. I don't think I have to. Okay, here we go. Here's an example. They'll take ribbon like this, which is absolutely gorgeous.
Wow, that's a ribbon.
Yeah. They will put this on the edge of pages. And I don't like that big flopped out look myself. I think that the work they do is gorgeous.
That is.
But I like something that's just a little bit more under control. Not so
under control.
Not so all over the place on me.
So do they're not like journals, right? You don't like write things in them really, or?
Absolutely. That's exactly what it's for.
They are. So what do you
is for someone to make their memories. Like this one, I called it my winter book. This one's my winter book. And for me, this is, like I was talking to Maddie, Angie's Maddie.
Yeah.
You can say, okay, this one has 5 signatures, and a signature is a grouping of pages. And you can see here's one signature. So say this is year 2024. So for 2024, I've got pictures of the kids, the cats, the tree, snow, people sledding or skiing or whatever, and then you write your little memory on all the different pages in there. So and so is doing this, so and so is doing that. I have actual line pages, so if you want to tell yourself something, so it's kind of a memory book that also has a lot of fun interactive things for you to do as an adult.
Okay.
So you're not tying shoes and buttons anymore.
Right.
Kind of a thing, you know?
It's just not stuff that you fill in right now. You're just making the book, and then it's like to fill in later.
Yes. Whoever gets it will do it, because I don't want to journal.
Okay.
I
You're just making the journal.
Yeah, I like the creation of it. I don't want to write my words.
And then somebody else gets to fill it in with their stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
I gotcha. Well, they're beautiful. That's all I know. They're beautiful.
Oh,
I'd be afraid to write anything in it. I'd be messing up the pages.
And that's the whole point, that you can't. You can't mess it up. Your handwriting or whatever. I mean, no, you're not messing it up. You're adding to it. And then plus I add in there extra stickers, extra whatever. So if you want to change up a page or make a page your own, however you want to do it, I add extras in there. So if they want to, I mean, I'm talking like I've sold them and done all kinds of stuff. I've done none of that. I'm still working on my first book. Most people, though, don't start out with a huge 5 signature 12-inch.
I was going to ask, that's the first one you've done?
Yeah.
A whole book like that?
Yep. And I'm still working on it. The thing is, I keep getting distracted by other pretty paper.
I see. And you could just not decide you were ready to be done with it and stop with that one.
I know, I do, and it will. I mean, I've started a bee book, so I've got my old El Paso. I'm going to cover this with the paper, and this will become my cover. And then on the inside, I've already started. Hello. I haven't sewn anything together, but I've started putting together my bees.
Oh, this is bees and flowers?
Yes. Yeah.
Ah.
So, be the same thing. So maybe this is your summer fun book or whatever. I don't know. So.
Oh, that's cool. And that one looks very antique-y, the edges of the paper.
Yes, yeah. No lace on the edges. I didn't want to do that. This one is just going to be kind of, yeah. Each one has its own feel.
I mean, you've done quite a bit of work on that already.
Yes, yeah. Like I said, I get ideas, ideas will pop into your head and it's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And sometimes it doesn't hit you with one, but it does with the other. At some point I'm collecting stuff for a Alice in Wonderland. What else do I have? Oh, a steampunk.
Oh.
And some others.
I was going to say, I just don't know that I have that kind of imagination to come up with all that stuff.
I didn't think I did either until I started playing with it. If you guys hadn't had the classes last year, I wouldn't be spending all my husband's money on this now.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'd never really even heard of junk journaling. I was like, what?
You and me both. Yeah, no clue. Didn't have any clue. Didn't know I'd like it this much. Myself.
How much actual junk do you have in your junk journals, or is it mostly the stuff you bought that's just new?
Well, let's say it's not all new. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of it's new.
A lot of it's new.
I was gonna lie, but no, I'm looking around. No, most of it's new. But it's funny. You'll find that you have collected things because we're all the age that we are. And you've collected things that you wanted at the time, but you never found a use for. And I'm finally finding a use for some things that I just never used.
Basically scrapbooking at a different level without all the pictures. Because, scrapbooking was you had your pictures, and that's where you started.
Yep. I never did that whole thing. Did you? Making the albums? The scrapbook albums?
Yeah.
You made them? You
Yeah.
have? Okay.
Yeah. I have a really complete one for Shannon. I have one that I kind of started for Josh. I
Mm,
didn't get as far as hers, but you know what they say about the second kid,
yep. That second one and that third one.
Bye, Tammy.
The first one gets beat up, the fifth or the last one gets loved the most, and everything in the middle gets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. I'm a good copier. That's what I am. And years of teaching, that's what we do. We copy. We just copy.
yes.
So I'm great at copying. I'm not great at creating my own. That's what I'll say. So like I can follow a pattern. Could I do my own? Could I design my own? No. No. I'll just follow somebody else's.
Yep. I need to see. I need to see. Yeah, I'm not. I had to copy everybody's stuff too. In the beginning, that's all I was doing. I
You
mean, you're
start-
putting your own paper and your own stuff together and making it your own. But yeah, I was copying everybody else's stuff
because
because
with
they knew.
scrapbooking, they had like layouts. You could find people's layouts and you design your stuff this way and that way and whatnot. And that's kind of like a pattern, right? It's a pattern.
Yes, I think so. I mean, I was having to do measurements and,
Right.
measurements.
Mm-hmm.
That part for me can be the hardest. I am not very good at measuring things accurately.
Well, yeah.
I think I do it really well the first time, but then it's, okay, take this 10-inch piece of paper and put that 10-inch piece of paper. And one of my pieces of paper will invariably not be 10 inches.
Of course. Well, like I said, I have a square here that's missing its last round, its outer round, so it's a little smaller than the others. And I'm like, yeah, that wasn't right. Okay.
And I think that's why I'm so intimidated by crochet. I have such a hard time duplicating exact measurements that I can't imagine what I would end up with.
Well, sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's just not all that important.
And I've gathered that from you and Angie because
Yeah.
you would, be off on your counts or whatever, and you're like,
I'll fix it. I'll just,
I'll just work around it.
Yeah. Like this lady it was a video tutorial, the kitty kerchief thing, the bandana thing here.
Yes, yeah.
And she's like, so I can't tell you exactly how long to make, because you made this piece first, this black piece here, you made two of those, this side and this side.
Okay.
And she said, I can't tell you exactly how long to make this section. You'll have to play with it. Measure your cat and see what your cat's neck measurement is. So you know how long this needs to be when it comes around. And I'm like, well, A, I don't even know what the cat's neck measurement is, so I can't do that. B, she said she was making hers for a small cat, and I'm like, well, Milo's not small. So I just winged it. I said, okay, I'm gonna make mine a little bit bigger than hers.
There you go. Yep.
So she said hers was 5 centimeters long, and I'm like, okay, that looked really short to me. I'll make mine 7 centimeters long.
Exactly.
So just make it up as you go. Now,
If you have a good foundation, I feel like though crochet is kind of something that you have to have a good foundation to know what you're even doing in the first place.
The thing probably that's the hardest with crochet is learning how to hold your hook and your yarn to make your stitches. That's probably the hardest part. Once you know how to hold your hook, get your tension right with your yarn, because everybody does it a little different. Like, okay, first of all, I do this. I start with my yarn like this. I wrap it around that pinky. I flip my hand over and put my, see, it's all wrapped
Oh,
around
wow.
fingers like
Okay.
that. So it gives me, I feel, super
Control.
control.
Yeah.
Now, I know Angie doesn't. You know what Angie does? She holds her yarn. She holds it like this. There's nothing with these fingers. She's just holding it like this. I'm like, I don't even know how I would do that. But it's how people learn. They learn differently. That's how my grandma taught me. So that's what I've always done. But once you get that down pat and you learn how to hold your yarn, hold your hook, all of those kinds of things, then you can learn how to make stitches, and then you're golden. You just learn different stitches, and
Nice.
I
Yeah.
feel that anybody I've tried to teach how to crochet, the initial thing has been the hardest part. Holding the hook, holding the yarn, all of that has been the absolute hardest. Is that a kitty?
Yeah.
I'm like, are we looking at a kitty?
Same one. It must be 2:00 here.
Is it time for something?
Oh my gosh. Snack. He needs those crunchies. He knows.
It's snack time. Is it 2:00?
Yes.
We're not spoiled, are we?
Nope, not at all. He wants to make sure I didn't forget.
I see.
So he'll be here until we're done.
Well, he's going to be like, he doesn't meow or nothing, though.
Nope.
He's not like meow.
No, not yet. When he gets really impatient, you'll probably hear him. He'll start doing this like scream thing at me, like, "Hey, lady, let's go.
Let's get the food."
Mm-hmm. And then he'll walk away from it. He'll eat 3 pieces and walk away, but it's a whole thing.
Oh, yeah. We gotta make a deal about it, huh?
Mm-hmm. Whatever.
I don't know if the kitties are, like, if Dale put them in and gave them food, because typically what we do, we get them out in the morning, but today was really late, like really late. Get them out, let them play for a few hours, run around, all that, and then they're hungry. And Smokey's already learning how to tell me he's hungry.
Aw.
Uh-huh. Because he'll just come up to me and he just sits there and he just like starts to pat at me and just interesting things. No. So I'm like, okay, let's go. And I'll tell you what, they hear that food bag shake, and no matter where they're at, all 3 of them are like, boom.
Oh, yeah.
They're there, you know.
All I have to do is open the pantry door and they're beating at the door. Yeah. My garage, we have a setup in the garage where we have one of those screen doors that works like a garage door, but it's a big screen. And then it has a pull door in the middle so that you can get in and out of your garage. But we have that so that the cats can have outdoor time or separation from each other, especially when they're getting on each other's nerves and mine.
Go somewhere. Go to your room.
And I'll hear one beating on, scratching at the door. Let me in. You're in the closet. Let me in.
Oh, they're funny.
That's all right. Sounds like yours are getting you trained.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the kitties in a while up here, so I'm thinking I haven't heard any noises either.
Nap?
I haven't heard the balls downstairs, or no heads clunking on the table leg down there. So I'm thinking he probably gave them some food and put them away. Said, "Here, go chill for a while, have some food, relax."
Everybody needs a break.
That's right. That's right. And it's funny, they very seldom get like mad at each other. They're very.
Oh yeah.
They're not easily angered with each other, so.
No, because if they hurt each other, they scream out and let the other one know that hurts. Don't do that, or whatever it is. They definitely let each other know. Plus, they're not really looking to hurt each other.
No.
Even when mine are being, a-holes to each other, they're not trying to hurt each other. No. But they definitely want to make sure their point's been made.
Right. I think the most playful in like I'm relentless is probably the one that Josh is going to get.
Oh,
So,
he's getting his little boy a friend, huh?
yeah, he's going to get my little buddy.
Aw.
It's
So
the
he's
little blonde
cute.
kitty, the little orange kitty.
Well, I hope he's ready, because as far as I understand it, little orange kitties are stinkers.
Yes. I was going to say, like I said, he's the most aggressive player. He, carries on the longest. He just,
Mhm.
and who would think, Shawn, who would think that stairs would make such a great play toy?
Oh my God, yeah.
But, we've got these stairs that go to the basement that are carpeted, and they will just sit on one stair, just one stair up, two stairs up, and they just scurry back and forth on the stairs. And then all of a sudden they'll decide they're going to pounce on a brother or a sister that's, on the ground, on the floor.
Oh yeah.
It's just
Toys wanging up and down.
it's crazy.
Have you gotten the zoomies yet?
I don't know. I don't know what that entails.
That's racing around the house like their tail's on fire. There's no brain to it. They don't care if they're knocking stuff over. They're just running
Well,
as fast as they can. Their buttons go so fast they almost run over their heads.
yeah, not really.
Okay. Because even my 11-year-old does it.
Yeah.
We actually, when we put her harness on,
This isn't like when they're playing with each other.
mine,
They're just by themselves when they're doing it. Or is it like when they're playing?
depends on who we're talking about.
Depends on who.
Jack thinks he's playing Jack. So I have 3 that are the same age. They were all born the same month. I got them at 5 months old from a shelter. And I mean, they're not all siblings. It was supposed to be Jack and his brother and then my little boy Joe, but Jack's brother ended up getting sold before I got there, even though I told him don't. But whatever. But those 3, they'll chase each other all around the house, but they'll lick each other's heads. They're kind to each other. They really are. Jack, on the other hand, gets a hold of my old lady, Fiona, and she is 11, and she is just not up for it. But he's obsessed with me, and he's a stalker to her. If she moves, he's looking, he's chasing her, and that is not good play because it stresses her out. He's enjoying the crap out of it, but she is not. So that has to stop. But then everybody has somebody that bullies them.
Oh, yeah. Well,
There's a whole lineup of it. But not enough. I've never lost eyes. There's never been blood. There's no biting. It's just they let each other know this is my space. Or I'm not putting up with that. Stop it.
right.
But then they'll sleep together. So 1 second they're kicking each other's butt, and the next
They're just cuddled up with each other.
they're licking each other's head and ears and snuggle up, butt to butt. So it's okay. It's not time. It is not time. You have to.
We're either very entertaining and we're entertaining all the people in the chat, or they're just.
Are we? I can't see it.
I don't know. Nobody's saying a word.
Oh goodness! Hello. Are we that fascinating?
I don't know. Nobody said anything.
Are we so not fascinating that everybody left?
Right? I don't know. It says there's 18 people here, but like nobody's chatting over here. I'm like, hello, are we here? Are we here? Are you guys there?
Hello.
Did we lose you? Oh, so Sherry's like, no, it's just very entertaining. Okay, all right.
Okay, good. I was gonna say,
Good
tap,
to
is anyone
know. We didn't want to be boring people to death.
Nope, I was gonna say I'm entertained. Minnie's entertained as anyone out there that wants to play with us.
That's right.
Oh goodness. Oh, what do I want to do with this?
I have one more seam, and then these will all be like it'll all be connected one direction, if that makes sense. Connected one way. Then I'll have to go do seams the opposite way. But
Oh,
that
okay.
will be easier.
Are you doing them in strips?
Yeah. So,
Okay, and then you're going to join the strips?
well, I'm actually joining strips together as I go. I'm joining them as I go, making them.
Oh,
I'll show you in a minute. It's a big pile right now, but it's starting to make sense. I think I've got it all put together correctly. I hope, crossing my fingers that it's all put.
everything looks like the picture.
Yes.
Hopefully the picture's right.
So at least for this week, I will tell anybody who's working on it, get your bag, your squares sewn together. That's your job for this week. Then next week, we'll figure out how we turn this whole thing into a bag.
Oh, okay, next week.
Yeah, next
All
week
right.
we'll turn it into a bag. And then I don't know, we gotta do a handle, a strap. I saw something. I was looking at.
Oh, so there's a lot more to go.
Yeah, there is quite a bit more to come.
Okay, I was thinking you were going to have that thing all plastered
Nope,
together today.
because when I'm done today, all I'm gonna have is a flat piece of squares.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna be done because, like I said, I have to do all of the seams going the other direction as well. But I was looking at who knows? It could have been Pinterest or Facebook. Who knows where I found it? But I saw a bag that had the coolest strap, and I certainly wish I would have remembered where I saw it because it was like it wasn't just a plain strap. It was like a fancy strap. It was wider. It had like some different motifs. Some maybe it was floral in the center or something. I don't recall, but it was super, super cool.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Something different than just
Yeah.
basic crochet single.
Yeah. Okay, now that was weird. Why did that happen that way? I like ran out of square. Like before I got to the end of the other square, I'm out of square. I'm out of what?
Uh-oh.
What happened here? Huh. It's like almost like it's not too small. What the heck? I don't have enough stitches on the one. Okay, what have we done here? Let's see. What have we done? Are you not as wide as the others? One thing's not the same as the others, right? I wasn't off that much. I don't know. That's weird. Oh, Jennifer's working on work. Sherry, what? You're cleaning out a drawer, Sherry? Sherry's cleaning out a drawer.
Good job, Sherry. Those are a pain in the butt.
That sounds like fun, right?
I love to organize.
Oh, man. Come over.
That's what I did for my husband's birthday. I got a hold of his garage. That thing was getting scary. I was pretty sure between all the cat fur and whatever else blew in there, we were going to start getting, just walking through to my truck, I was going to get raided or something bad was going to happen.
Come
underneath.
You come over. I got plenty of things to organize. Plenty.
Yeah. Get your craft room.
So I went to lunch with my friends from work the other day. And our lunch lasted, you guys, 6 hours.
Wow.
We were together 6 hours.
It's fabulous.
Right? But we went into my friend's basement where she has a craft room.
Okay.
Craft room. Oh my God. Her craft room is the entire basement.
Oh, jealousy.
Right? And she's like, well, I don't want to show you right now. It's a big mess. And I'm like, oh, seriously?
Push her out of the way.
Let's go. Let's see, And so she does a lot of Cricut stuff.
Oh, okay.
sublimation things. That's what she's big into now.
Okay.
And I was just in awe of how much space she has for stuff. So, like, you're doing all this paper stuff, right?
Yep.
She used to be a huge scrapbooker. She has this shelving unit on one wall that would put Michael's to shame. You know how Michael's has all their papers just.
Oh, yeah.
It's so organized, and it was just an entire bookshelf full of her papers, and I'm like, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. Oh, that's dream.
Oh, I know. I was so jealous. I was like, Mary, I would give a lot to have a room like this in my house,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I can't even fathom where I could do that in my house.
You know that room that you call a bedroom, but it's really just storage for your diamond paintings on the bed and underneath stuff?
Yeah.
Get rid of that bed.
Well, I was thinking that. But what if we ever really, really, really needed to have somebody stay here?
Let me ask you this. How long have you stayed in that house?
A while.
And how many times have you used that bedroom?
Bye, Deborah. We have.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying how many times?
A few, for sure.
Handful
Josh has
over.
stayed there. A grandkid has stayed there before. Yeah, it's been a while, and maybe that's just because they can't. I don't know. We don't have anybody stay because they can't, but I always have the excuse. No, I got no place for you to stay. Sleep on the couch.
Right. I was gonna say it's kind of a holding bin anyway, isn't it? For all your stuff, so nobody can stay there anyway. So you might as well just make it official.
And it's not very big. I mean, it's really not very big. How much more room would I gain? Okay, there's a dress.
I'm in a bedroom. Let me show you my room. I'm in a bedroom. This is just a regular bedroom.
Right, and you got shelves and you have 3 towers of Jenga paintings.
I said
I thought there were 2. Every time you've posted a picture, I see 2.
That's because it's the twin towers.
The twin towers and then the separate tower.
And their sister in the corner.
Oh, that one's a big one, though. That's a big one.
Well, not trying to make anybody sick. Those ones go to the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, you can see how much stuff.
And so then what kind of table do you have? What do you have that you work on?
Here. Let me move to this. I have my old dining room table, if you can see that. And then on this side, I found a really cool table, and I put that there in an L. And then I use the space underneath and the space around. And
so the table's kind of in the middle and everything else is around the edge.
The tables are on the edge of 2 walls.
Okay.
And then where those 2 tables meet on the corner is 1 tower. That's why I was telling you. I have to go through all these and make decisions.
Her husband keeps bringing home pieces, like storage pieces. She has an entire wall that is table. So on one end, she has a heat press. She has her sublimation thing. She has, I don't even know what else she has because I don't know what that stuff is. But she's got a bunch of it.
Huh.
And it just lines this whole wall, this whole big, long table.
Dreams. And I have a basement, but my husband's already claimed it, so.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, okay. You see my table. I'm not joking, folks. Look, this is my table. This is it. This is my table, right? This is the whole thing. This is an
Is that a TV tray?
This is pretty much. No, it's a little purple table like this.
Yep.
You get these at Walmart.
I have a black one.
They're
Yes.
a little bit bigger than a TV tray, but not much. This is what I do all my diamond paintings on. This. That's it.
Wow.
Right?
I sit at my island.
So there's times, when I'd work on something on the kitchen table and Dale would be like, your diamond paintings all over the table. And I'd be like, where else do you want to put it? So I have learned how to do those great big giant paintings on this little tiny table. So it can be done. I'll just say it can be done.
Yeah.
Now, is it ideal? No. Everything when I work on my diamond paintings, I'd have to show you that sometime, a full view of when I'm working on a diamond painting, where everything goes, because it's all on top of the painting. Everything's on top of the
Especially since I was gonna say, because you're trying to film. I know you've got lights and your camera and your stands and all your stuff around you. So
right. So when I film in here, I just use my tripod. So I set a tripod up, and that's about all I use in here. All my other stuff, all my unboxing and stuff like that, I do in the kitchen, on the counter, with Stiffy. Me and Stiffy, we hang out in the kitchen. Yeah. But this is where I do the work. The work gets done here. On my little itty bitty table. It's fun. It's great fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But I would die to have an entire wall that is a table.
It is very nice. I mean, if you don't pack it full of other stuff.
Right. And that's what she was saying too, is she's like, I've got to clean this up because I can't even use the table.
I was gonna say,
machine on one end. She's got like machinery. I'll call it machinery, But I would love it.
Yeah, I have a brand new Cricut, never been out of the box, and I have not.
It's just 2.
Oh gosh. And I haven't even used it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Which I need to, but
yeah, one of her Cricuts is set up on its own little table, and the other one is still in the box. She hasn't gotten it out of the box.
Yeah, I'm always impressed and very curious to see how other people get their work together and how.
Oh, I know. Watching like craft room vlogs or whatnot, where people organize their craft room or whatnot, and they're showing you their craft room, are fascinating. Yeah. Of course, that just makes me mad, though. It's kind of a dual, it's cool to watch, and then I just get jealous. I'm like, oh, man, I can't do that. I have no space to do that. Now,
my thing is always the money.
I have given some thought to moving the bed downstairs into where the diamond paintings are, and making that like a spare bedroom down there.
That would be smart.
However, there's a kitchen in that room. So if you want to stay there, and all the Christmas decorations, Easter decorations, all the decorations are down there. So there's a few drawbacks to that.
Yeah, but anybody that you're having stay isn't really staying for long, or their family, and they should know.
That's true. That is true.
When my sister comes up from Florida to stay, I mean, she and I sleep together in the same bed because I don't have anywhere else. I have 5 bedrooms. My husband has his room because he snores so bad that I will have to kill him from lack of sleep. So he has his own room.
You just need to be in your own room.
Yeah, he just did. So he has his own room. One of the rooms is for the cats.
Oh, and the cats get a room? Oh my gosh.
Well, I have 2 litter boxes. Of the 6 litter boxes I have, 2 of them are in there. And then I have wall-to-wall diamond paintings, finished paintings hung up in there.
Oh, and that
room, one of them's my office. Paintings? Pardon?
That room is lined with diamond paintings?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay, here's what oh, look, it looks correct. Oh my God, look at it.
Yay. Oh, it does.
Look.
You did it.
It can't even get the whole thing in here. Look, this is what it's supposed to look like. Look at that. There we go.
Nice.
It's lighter at the bottom and skinnier up here at the top. And so somewhere in here, this folds up to that somehow. And we seam up the sides. But now here's what I was saying. Now you can see it well. So this is all sewn together down here. This is already done. Ooh, see, I'm ahead of the game a little bit. All my edges are done here. Cool. So, I don't have that much to go. Oh my God, this is easy.
Nice.
I don't have that much to go. I just have to do this seam right here across these 3 squares. And I'm going to do this seam across these 2 squares. And it's all together. All my seaming is done. So when, like I was saying, when I come to one of these crossroads here in the middle,
Okay.
and I was going across, I've already done this, right? I've already done this.
Okay.
Now I'm coming this way. Chain 1 to hop over this to go over to the next squares you're coming.
Okay, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at how good it's looking, though. I can't believe I'm really that far. I thought I was going to have more seaming to go than that. Isn't that cool?
That is fabulous.
I mean, you can see the stitches on top. Let me zoom you back up here now. You can see the stitches on top. Like right here, it's yellow on top of blue and purple. And here it was mostly white on top of purple edges. But it's okay. I like it that way.
I was just going to say, I'll be honest, I kind of like that transition better personally because it looks like it was part of the square and not part of the attachment.
Right.
And that's always my thing. Why, you know.
And it's not all attached with the same color. The colors are changing as you go. I like it. I think it's cool. All right. So the goal is have yours look like this by next week.
Okay, right on that.
Yep. And I'm happy. I've just got to do this. My homework is easy, folks. My homework's easy. I just got to do those 2 rows. And then I'm probably going to weave in ends. I mean, most of these ends will end up inside your bag anyhow, but that would be tacky. If we're not going to line it, which you could line it, and then you would just cover up all your ends. And well, no, I wouldn't even do that. There's always the possibility that these little buggers could sneak out and come through your holes. I'll weave in all my ends. Yeah. So there you go. It's cool. I like it. See how I have some that turned out more white than others?
Yes.
And so I didn't want the white ones like all next to each other. And like there's 3 that are mostly purple, and I didn't want them next to each other.
Yeah.
I put these on the kitchen table for quite a while.
I was going to say, I think the layout looks great. I mean, if you were to fold it, what parts?
I think this is what you're going to see from one side.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Let me see. We'll fold it. Where's my phone? Hang on. I'll fold it for you because I can without it falling apart now, right?
Right. Yeah, so let's see.
Let's fold her up and see what it's going to look like.
What's that layout going to give you?
Well, if I can get rid of this ad, that's the one thing with blogs. There's always ads. All right. Flip the seamed squares over so the right side is facing down. Well, yeah, I knew that part. So it's got to look like this. All right. We're upside down. It's very pretty on that side. All them tails. Fold the seamed squares down, matching the top 2 peaks to the bottom 2 peaks, like this. Oh, I'm getting it. Okay. That's going to go like this. All right. And then you know what's going to happen here? This is going to come in and make an edge like that. There it is.
Oh, wow.
There's the bag. Cool, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So now we'll have to seam this together here.
I like that dark purple on the bottom. That's great. It looks like a freaking flower, doesn't it? Like a tulip.
Yeah. So that's going to be awesome. One. Now look, see what happened? Look, these 2 whites ended up together anyhow. But so that's what one side will look like. And then let's see if I can flip the whole thing over here. The other side will look like that.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite side. I'm putting my thing in. That's fabulous. Yep, I like that side. That's so pretty. Good job.
It's fun. I love this yarn. I have a whole nother skein of this yarn left. I'm making something else with it because it's fun. And I want to order more. of this yarn because it's a nice cotton. It's very soft. It's very pliable.
I was gonna say it seemed to have worked out good for
And
you.
it just does that, right? It does that beautiful stuff on its own. So I want to get some more of it. Oh, I made a hat out of it already.
Oh,
I did. I made a hat out of it. No, I didn't. I'm lying. I didn't. No, I'm going to.
you were gonna?
I was going to. I was thinking, was it this yarn I made the hat out of? No, it wasn't. No, that was a different one. I'm going to make a hat out of this one, though. This will be fun. Just the way
Yeah.
the colors change and stuff. It'll make it really cool. All right. Well, that's it, folks. That's what we're going to do. So just make sure that by next week you got this. By next week, you got this. All right. But minus all this. I'm going to get rid of all this. Okay. Well, Shawn, I'm so happy you came and hung out. Oh, hey, by the way, if anybody wants to hang out next week, let me know. I'm taking offers for next week guest. So yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. I had fun. I thought I was going to be a nervous wreck.
Oh, see, I told you it'll be fun.
I just let you lead the way. I told you. Thank you, Sensei.
I know, right? I just share that with Dale. I had to laugh at that.
I thought I am her grasshopper.
Yeah. That was hilarious. So
well, I'm usually available.
What'd you get done, Shawn?
Well. What did I get done? Well, I finished up this tag, so she's completely done. And then I made this one while I was on with you.
You made that tag?
Yep, I made this one real quick.
Do you cut those out by hand or is it a stamp?
That's a sticker and a piece of paper that I put together. That's all it is.
Okay.
This one is actually one of these. I've never used these before. That was my first time.
Tag and then
this I made. I made that. I cut it out and
that's cool.
Made it do what I wanted it to do.
What is it on? Like a tag board or a
what's that?
That tag, because it's fairly heavy and thick.
It's just on cardboard.
It's cardboard.
Sometimes I use index cards. A lot of times I use whatever packaging from groceries, as long as it didn't have actual food in it.
Okay.
Like a cereal box.
Okay. What's your dangly thing?
Oh, little charm, little.
Whoop. And you gotta go the other way. Is it a rose?
Yeah. There. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this is a snap. An actual snap.
Goes all the way through the.
Yep. There's the backside.
And then the ribbon on the top. That is so cool.
So right now I'm working on the final piece is this little tag that's going to go in the final. I made a little paper pad out of it so far.
Is this all for your teapot?
Yeah.
And you can write out those little pages.
I was so busy watching the screen and I had to keep flipping back between the conversation, the chat, and the picture. I couldn't leave it just on chat because I kept losing you.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was doing that. And I don't have the know how to fix it. So
that's okay. It worked.
But I'd love to come back anytime you're looking for somebody. Let me know.
Okay, I'll let you know. And if
nobody else
steps up for next week, well, we'll let you know. It's fun to meet you guys. I want to have you come on, and I've met you, but it's fun to have other people come on, and we get to talk to them. We hear their voice. You really know their personalities that way. So it's
exactly, and it makes it, I think, a little bit better when you're seeing them in the chat. And it's like I have that. I know the personality now.
Yep,
I know who they are a little bit.
Yep. We got some inside information on people, which is cool.
Like Lynn, when I met her, it made total sense why she finishes the books all the time. She is a woman on the go. She's awesome.
I know. All right. Well, I will let you guys go, and I'll see you next week. If anybody wants to pop in, let me know. It's really easy. We got 2 people that can vouch for that, right? It's easy to do.
Very easy.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you
Take
guys
care,
next time.
everybody.
All righty. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Jack.